Can we please have a round of applause for my friend Luke Stromberg? Because I don't know how I'm going to top that one. That was amazing. All right. This is a two-part story. I'm telling the judges this. And so I can only give the first part of the story. If you want the second half of the story, you have to let me come back and tell the whole story later. My mom and dad, I'm the oldest of 11 kids. And my mom and dad were married on October 26th, 1950. So on their 30th wedding anniversary, my sister hosted a really big party for them in Drexel Hill, not too far away from where Luke's story originated. And that particular day happened to coincide with Game 5 of the 1980 World Series. And some of you Philly fans will know that the Phils and the Kansas City Royals were locked in a pretty extraordinary battle. Both teams had won 2 games, and I'm a really big, diehard Phillies fan. I'm pretty sure that when I pass and I get up to heaven, hopefully, St. Peter's going to ask me, what I did with my life, and I'm going to tell him I rooted for the Phillies my whole life, and he's going to say, "Let him in! He's suffered enough!" So our dinner happened to coincide right when the game was starting, and there's not just 11 kids, but I was engaged at the time, and a couple of my sisters were married and had kids, and my mom and dad are there. And we're sitting in this, they've connected a bunch of tables together to try to put everything together. And we're in 2 different rooms, about 30 people, and the game's starting right as dinner started. And the Phillies are in the World Series for the first time in my life. I'm 29 years old. So I was not real happy with my sister for starting the dinner right when the game was starting, but there was not a lot I could do. It was my parents' 30th wedding anniversary. So, we had a TV on in another room, and every 30 minutes, I'd ask my younger brother, Matt, who was young enough to leave the premises for a couple minutes, to go get me a score. And Matt would rush in and go get a score, and he'd come back and said, "It's 1-0. What inning is it?" "I don't know." "Okay, next time find out who's winning and what inning it is." So Matt would go, and he was about 8 at the time. And 30 minutes later, he'd come back and tell me, "It's 2-1. "Who's winning?" I don't know. I forgot. I don't know. So all I know is it's a really close game, and we're going through dinner, salad first, and then dinner, and then after about 2 hours, I'm dying to know what the score is. And I send Matt back out to find out the score, and he tells me it's 3-2 and Kansas City is winning. Okay, all right, soon this will be over and I can go watch Game 5 of the World Series. And then my dad, we're finally at the point where we're having dessert and coffee, and my dad stands up and says, "Okay, I'd like us all to introduce the people that we brought with us tonight and say something nice about whoever you brought with you." Well, I'm with my fiance, and she's a Pirate fan, but I look around the room and there's 30 people there, and I know it's going to take 45 minutes to get through the next little introduction. So I said, "Jesus Christ, Dad, I've been waiting my whole life to see the Phillies play in the World Series. I've been very patient. Can we please just end this and go in and watch the World Series?" And my father sort of chuckles, and he turns to my sister's boyfriend, Michael Hopkins, and he said, "Michael, maybe you just better say what you wanted to say." And my sister's boyfriend stands up, and he's really embarrassed, and he's beet red, and he says, "I didn't mean to create any problems for the family. I just wanted to let you know that I want to marry your sister Heidi." And all of my siblings go, Chuck, you asshole! What the fuck is wrong with you? How could you ruin this perfect moment? And then they all rushed in to watch Game 5 of the World Series. And we got in there with the score 3-2, and the Phillies are batting in the top of the ninth inning, and somehow they scraped together 2 runs, and they won Game 5 of the World Series on my parents' 30th wedding anniversary. And that's my story.